Hi, I'm Kat Rambo, the curator of SIFLA's new fantasy story bundle, which you can find by going to storybundle.com whack fantasy. And I'm here with one of the participants in that bundle, Erica Satifka. Do you want to say hi, Erica, and perhaps introduce your co-host, if you would?
I'm Erica, and this is Rue. She is very happy right here. She, tends to inhibit my rating more than she helps by sitting on my neck. But when she's up here, it's fine. She's the one we just got. We just adopted her about 6 months ago. She's 12 years old, and love her very much.
Well, every writer, well, not every, I mean, I don't feel that cats are mandatory, but I feel that we've got certainly a lot of them that I'm sure
Oh,
will.
they're pretty mandatory.
Well,
You
I
kind of
know.
have to, join, when you join SIFWA, you get, a cat sent to you
To here,
express mail.
take this kitten, go forth into the darkness with it. You'll need it. So, speaking of going forth into the darkness, Stay Crazy, which is one of my favorite books of the year that
Oh,
it
thank
appeared
you.
in. So, tell me, it got a lot of acclaim. Got a lot of nice critical notice, and a couple of appeared on the award ballot or two. So tell me a little bit about how you felt about the reception. Did it surprise you, delight you?
It did. I was surprised that the main one it's gotten is it won the British Fantasy Award for Best Newcomer, which was a complete shock to be nominated and to win. But I guess people seem to like it, and I'm very pleased that like people seem to be receptive to it because, as you know, the character is not written to be completely likable. She's not written to be completely relatable to everybody, and so the fact that so many people, really enjoyed the story really meant a lot, and especially people on the other side of the planet. So yeah, it was deeply gratifying to see people love the book.
It's so cool. So, if you had to describe the book for readers in one sentence, in fact, what was your elevator pitch when you were pitching the book?
Always hear about these, but I'd say uh, an alien is trying to take over a Walmart type store in rural Pennsylvania, and the only person who can save the planet is a woman with schizophrenia. So there you go.
It's so perfect. And one of the things that kind of interests me is I feel like your book is part of a recent wave or a certain surge of interest in protagonists that are experiencing a mental disability, mental disorder in some way. Does it seem that way to you? Was there something that inspired you to push forward with this? Or
Well, the book was actually, I mean, I wrote a first draft of the book, actually a zero draft, about 10 years ago, so nothing recent. However, I do think the fact that it has been more of a topic of discussion helped me sell the book and also helped bring more interest to the book. I think if it had been published 10 years ago, well, I mean, 10 years ago, it was not a very good book at all. I had to rewrite the entire book. But I do feel like there's been a lot more discussion. Books like Borderline by Michelle Baker and some other recent books have really brought mentally ill protagonists to the forefront. And, I do think that, that has helped. And, I'm really happy to see that there are more stories like that out in the world.
that's awesome. So you've written a huge amount of short stories,
Mhm.
and I have two questions regarding that. And one is, you write all over the place. You write in all sorts of genres. Does the idea always appear in the same way, or do the ideas appear in just as diverse an array?
Like appear. I say, it's about a lot of my stories come as reactions to other stories or movies, or just things I see on the news. So usually it happens when I would say inspired, but it's more often enraged by things I read. Uh, you know, uh, like the story I have out now in Inner Zone. It's a novelette, and it's based on the movie, not based on, but rather is by angry reaction to the movie Idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a world where, has been overtaken by so-called idiots, but it's manufactured, and it's not, natural. It's not genetic. It's because of, elements of society. So I would say, a lot of my stories are just me getting angry at things.
Which is a perfectly valid reason to write. Anger inspires a number of stories. So follow up with that. When you started to work on a novel, what surprised you about the move from short story to much, 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 much longer?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
What surprised you with the move from short story to novel
Oh,
and a much longer form?
well, I mean, novels need a lot more subplots. Short stories don't really have a place for a subplot, so having to write in multiple things and look at multiple perspectives. Stay Crazy is only from one point of view, so that was, I think, a more like writing a very, very long short story. But for my next book and probably going on, I have multiple POVs, and they all intersect. So I'd say, the challenge there is just trying to balance all the different storylines in such a way as to make the book flow well and not seem too choppy or too much like a collection of short stories. But I'd say, and also the fact that I wasn't like this in the past, but from now on, I think I need to do outlines, and short stories don't need to be outlined quite as much, but novels definitely I need to have something to work from.
Cool. So are you doing NaNoWriMo? And if so, what are you working on for it?
I am. I am trying to. I'm not sure I'm going to get the whole 50K, but I am trying for 30K. And starting a new novel, but I don't know which one yet. I did finish a novel early this year that I'm trying to market, and it's either going to be a sequel to that one, or it's going to be an actual like space opera, outer, far future kind of thing. So it's probably going to come down to a coin flip which one I write, whether I write the sequel to the Hi Rue to the novel I finished earlier this year, or write something new.
Where can readers find more about you and your work, and perhaps the odd picture of Rue every once in a while?
Sorry.
Where can we find more about your work?
Oh, well, I have a website. It's at ericasatifka.com. And I'm the only one with my name anywhere, so it's pretty easy to find. I'm also on Twitter at Erica Satifka, and on Facebook. And I usually add anybody and like interacting with people, especially on Twitter. I'm much more of a Twitterer. And yeah, that's pretty much the sites I go to right now are Twitter and Facebook, and my own site very occasionally.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then I'm going to conclude by saying that people should pick up the bundle in order to read Erica's fine work. That link again is storybundle.com/fantasy. And I think with that, we will conclude and wish everyone a happy, spooky, upcoming Halloween.
Thank you.